Day case surgery. Day surgery. In the UK, the definition of day surgery is the admission of selected patients to hospital for a planned surgical procedure, returning home on the same day. True day surgery patients are day case patients who require full operating theatre facilities and/or general anesthetic, and any day cases not included as outpatients or undergoing endoscopy. Surgery that requires a 23-hour stay, including an overnight stay, is not classed as day surgery. Day surgery offers benefits for patients in hospitals. Patients often prefer to recover in the comfort of their own home, and day surgery may cause less disruption to their domestic situation. It also reduces their risk of a hospital-acquired infection. For the hospital, it can provide greater patient satisfaction and increase the number of inpatient beds available for patients who need to be cared for in hospital. Successful delivery of day surgery requires the day surgery service to be considered a priority by the hospital, with key enablers in all areas of the pathway providing effective implementation, refinement and progression. There must be a high-quality pathway, Figure 22.1, staffed by experienced, expert members of the multidisciplinary team with the equipment and resources they need. This will ensure that there is a well-prepared patient who is in receipt of high-quality day case anesthesia and surgery and who subsequently has a safe and successful day case discharge. Selection criteria. Surgical techniques have progressed significantly and now cause less physiological disruption and stress to patients. Therefore, they have a lower postoperative complication profile and a faster recovery rate. The British Association of Day Surgeries, BADS, Directory of Procedures, DOP, lists over 200 procedures that are now considered to be suitable as a day case, Table 22.1. Traditionally, day surgery was limited to cases that lasted less than 1 hour, but surgical procedures lasting 3 to 4 hours are now being routinely performed as successful day cases. Day surgery surgical criteria include the following. Filled circle: there must be a low risk of significant immediate postoperative complications, e.g. catastrophic bleeding or airway compromise. Filled circle: the patient should be able to eat and drink or take oral nutrition postoperatively. Filled circle: postoperative pain needs to be managed by oral painkillers, which may be in conjunction with local anesthetic infiltration or peripheral nerve block. Filled circle: the patient should be able to mobilize postoperatively with or without aid. If these criteria are met, then the surgeon booking the procedure should add the patient to a day surgery pathway. Day surgery pathway. GP, General Practitioner, MDT, Multidisciplinary Team. Emergency referral. GP referral for surgical opinion. Screening. Program referral. Surgical assessment. Patient selection. Patients and patients with higher body mass. Booking. Preoperative assessment. Patients with diabetes are often admission. All to be undertaken ideally by the day surgery team, with support from the surgical MDT as a surgery. Discharge. Day surgery follow-up. Surgical, cancer MDT follow-up, if required. Medical. With the developments of anesthesia and surgery, there should be very few restrictions to patients having day surgery. Table 22.2. Every effort should be made to optimize a patient's health so that they can be treated as a day case. There should be no arbitrary cut-off according to age, weight or criteria specified by the American Society of Anesthesiologists. A patient's suitability for day surgery should be judged on their comorbidities and functional status. Older. Patients and patients with higher body mass index (BMI) benefit from awake surgery or short-acting anesthetic agents with a good recovery profile. Medical exclusions to day surgery. Filled circle unstable ASA 3, filled circle ASA 4 or 5, filled circle any poorly controlled abnormality, comorbidity. Diabetes booking. Preoperative assessment. Patients with diabetes are often better at managing their own diabetes than healthcare professionals. UK national guidance recommends that patients with well-controlled diabetes, hemoglobin A1c, HbA1c, less than 69 millimoles per mole, can be safely managed as a day case. Patients with poorly controlled diabetes have an increased risk of cardiovascular complications and poor wound healing. They should have their surgery delayed until their diabetes is well controlled. If surgery cannot wait or it is thought the underlying disorder, e.g. tooth infection, is causing the diabetes control to be disrupted, then diabetic control should be optimized as much as possible prior to surgery. Admission. All to be undertaken ideally by epilepsy. Patients with well-controlled epilepsy should not be excluded from day surgery. It is essential that normal medications are not missed. Poorly controlled epilepsy should be optimized prior to any elective surgery. Discharge. Day surgery follow-up. Obesity. Traditionally, there has been caution treating patients who have a higher BMI as a day case. Guidance from the Association of Anaesthetists of Great Britain and Ireland, BADS, in 2019 states that even morbidly obese patients can be safely managed in expert hands, with appropriate resources. Preoperative assessment of patients should routinely include stop BANG, snoring, tiredness, observed apneas, pressure, hypertension, body mass index, age, neck circumference, gender, to identify and diagnose OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. The Society for Obesity and Bariatric Anesthesia, SOBAR, guideline for anesthesia of the obese patient identifies a number of risk factors that may make day surgery unsuitable, e.g. poor functional capacity, oxygen saturation less than 94% on air, stop bang is greater than or equal to 5, figure 22.2, see also tools.pharmacologiclinica.info, risk calculator, FUX, OB, risk calculator and www.stopbang.ca. Obese patients considered suitable for day surgery should receive a short-acting anesthetic, avoiding long-acting opiates, with allowance for the additional time that may be required anesthetically, surgically and for recovery. Social criteria for day surgery include filled circle, adequate housing conditions such as heating, an inside toilet and access to a phone. The patient should live within a 1-hour drive of a hospital. Filled circle, a responsible adult should be able to stay with the patient for 24 hours after a regional anesthetic, general anesthetic. The FRST2 points are generally achievable as the patient needs to be 1 hour from a hospital that can treat them rather than the hospital where surgery was performed. With respect to the responsible adult, there have been 2 solutions introduced for this by centres in the UK. One, the Torbay and South Devon NHS Foundation Trust model provides carers into the patient's home. 2, Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital model allows some patients home without carers after certain procedures, figure 22.3. Both pathways have been in place for a number of years with excellent patient satisfaction and no adverse outcomes. Red AGS, poor functional capacity, abnormal ECG, uncontrolled BP, CCF or IHD, SP. O2 less than 94% on air. If bicarbonate greater than 27, O's likely, previous DVTPE, stop bang is greater than or equal to 5, OSMRS greater than 3, metabolic syndrome, high AX NSQIP risk. Consider preoperative CPAP, blood gases, sleep studies, echocardiogram, cardiorespiratory referral, experienced anesthetist, book HDU bed. No, may be suitable for day case surgery. Delivery of day surgery facilities. National guidance from the Royal College of Anesthetists, Royal College of Surgeons and BADS recommends that, ideally, day surgery should be performed in a dedicated unit with its own admission area, operating theatres and discharge ward. As a minimum, a dedicated day surgery ward is required. This offers a number of benefits, as listed in Table 22.3. It is important to remember that to deliver high-quality successful day surgery, the appropriate equipment, drugs and expertise are essential. Preoperative assessment. A key component to successful day surgery is a well-informed, well-prepared patient. It is essential that the day surgery message starts at the time of referral by the primary care doctor and continues throughout the pathway by all staff who the patient interacts with. Benefits of dedicated day surgery facilities. Filled Circle. All members of the multidisciplinary team are focused on day surgery. Filled Circle nurses with expertise in day surgery. Filled Circle nurses not distracted by inpatients. Filled Circle activity can continue even during a time of pressures on inpatient beds. Filled Circle fewer cancellations because activity can continue even when there are pressures on inpatient beds. Filled Circle can be made a COVID-secure area, protected from COVID-positive areas of hospital. Filled Circle higher chance of successful day case discharge. Filled Circle separation from inpatient activity, and so patients are more likely to be motivated to get up and go home if they see this as the norm. Filled Circle higher patient satisfaction. Filled Circle higher quality outcomes. Preoperative assessment should follow the same principles as for any other patient and should be nurse-led, see Chapter 21. The anesthetist should review the patient's notes where appropriate, and the suitability of the patient for day case surgery should be discussed with the day surgery lead to optimize day case rates. Key pre-assessment considerations specific to day surgery include: Filled Circle. Can surgery be delayed until the medical condition is optimized and then plan as a day case? Filled Circle. Can social factors be addressed for the patient to become a suitable day case? Admission and list planning. Day surgery patients should follow the same starvation guidance as any other elective patient. All patients, but especially day surgery patients, should be encouraged to walk to theatre. Consider the list order to optimize successful day surgery and therefore put operations with longer recovery times or patients who take longer to recover early on the lists. This needs to be balanced with patients who would benefit from being FRST on the list, such as patients with insulin-dependent diabetes and patients with learning difficulties who would struggle to wait for long periods of time. Do you live alone? No. As per standard discharge protocol? Yes. Is it laparoscopic or AV? Is it laparoscopic? Is it laparoscopic or AV surgery? No. Do you want someone at home with you? No. Meet criteria for home without carer and has economied escort home. No. Inpatient. Yes. Home. Yes. Can you get someone? No. Inpatient. Yes. Home. Yes. Carer at home or inpatient? Anesthesia and surgery. It is not expected that there should be any difference in surgical technique. Surgeons should perform their usual operation, which should be appropriate for rapid recovery and should be performed well. Drains should generally be avoided. If used, clear plans of when they should be removed and by whom made clear. Any specific postoperative care or discharge information should be documented in theatre to avoid delay to discharge. Appropriate day surgery anesthesia requires meticulous attention to ensuring good pain relief and avoidance of postoperative nausea and vomiting. This should include premedication and a multimodal approach. Short-acting general anesthesia agents, decay spinals or regional anesthesia techniques should be used to enable rapid recovery. Use of long-acting opioids such as intravenous morphine is discouraged because they can delay recovery owing to increased sleepiness or nausea. Operation with potentially longer recovery times. Tonsillectomy, knee replacement, hip replacement, complex laparoscopic cholecystectomy. Types of patients who might need longer recovery time. Very elderly, high BMI. Discharge. The expectation by the patient and healthcare team should be that the patient will be going home the same day. Therefore, unless there has been an unexpected anesthetic or surgical issue, the patient should routinely have a nurse-led discharge. Patients should meet any pre-agreed general criteria, Table 22.5, as well as any surgery-specific criteria prior to discharge. In general, there should be no time restriction except for certain procedures, e.g. patients should remain in hospital until 6 hours after tonsillectomy. Discharge criteria. Filled circle vital signs stable for at least 1 hour. Filled circle correct orientation as to time, place and person if appropriate. Filled circle adequate pain control with supply of oral analgesia. Filled circle understands how to use oral analgesia supplied. Filled circle ability to dress and walk where appropriate. Filled circle minimal nausea, vomiting or dizziness. Filled circle has taken oral fluids. Filled circle minimal bleeding or wound drainage. Filled circle has passed urine, if appropriate. Filled circle has a responsible adult to take them home. Filled circle written and verbal instructions given about postoperative care. Filled circle knows when to come back for follow-up, if appropriate. Filled circle emergency contact number supplied. The patient should receive written and verbal postoperative instructions and a phone number to contact should they have a problem out of hours. This must be a phone with a suitable person to advise and not an answer phone. Take-home medications should provide adequate pain relief and may include an antiemetic. These should be prescribed when the patient is in theater, and pre-packs of common analgesics should be used to improve the efficiency of prescribing and reduce delays to discharge. All day surgery patients should be telephoned the day after surgery to provide support and to check that they have no problems. This call can also be used to collect valuable audit data, which can be used to refine the day surgery pathway. Emergency day surgery. Many emergency surgical procedures are minor and non-life-threatening. Patients may be considered low priority for surgical intervention and can therefore end up waiting hours or days for a slot on the emergency theatre list, resulting in prolonged starvation times and inpatient stay. With appropriate planning and preparation, these patients could have surgery performed as a day case. This has become reasonably commonplace in orthopedics for many upper limb traumas and in gynecology for the evacuation of retained products of conception, ERPC. It has also increasingly been recognized for many other surgical procedures, as listed in the BADS DOP, Table 22.6. For certain procedures that can wait more than 24 hours, patients can follow an elective pathway. They can be swabbed and isolate as per current coronavirus 2019, COVID-19 requirements and then attend via an elective green pathway. Alternatively, they can be discharged home and then return to an acute surgical admission area to be added to a suitable list or be FRST on the emergency list, priority slot, and discharged the same day. Contraindications to being discharged must be identified, e.g. systemic sepsis, unstable diabetes, major comorbidities, if parenteral pain relief is needed or if patients are deemed unsafe to mobilize.